Good evening, children. I hope everyone are doing fine. Let us continue with the chapter 6, that is physical and chemical change. Today we will be studying about chemical change. So let's begin. Before looking into few activities of chemical change, let us first know the definition for chemical change. So a change in which one or more new substances are formed is said to be chemical change. So when there is a chemical reaction, new product is been formed or new substance has been formed. It might be one or more than one new substance. Okay. So when there is a reaction, new substance is formed. That means there is a change, right? And this is said to be chemical change. And this chemical change is also called as a chemical reaction. Okay, so now we shall study about few activities and then understand what is chemical change and also chemical reaction. So children, you people are familiar with rusting of iron. So how iron get rusted. Okay. So you people are quite familiar with that. So if you leave a piece of iron in the open for some time. Okay. So in the open place, like if you are exposing this iron, a piece of iron to moisture or air, so it acquires a film of brownish substance. You can see in a picture how the iron metal have changed its color. So it appears to be brownish in color because a layer is being developed on the metal. And this substance are said to be rust. And the process of getting rusted is said to be rusting. Okay. So iron gates of parks or farmlands, iron benches which is kept in lawns and gardens, almost every articles of iron kept in open gets rusted. And also at home you must have seen shovels and spades getting rusted when exposed to the atmosphere for some time. Okay, so in the kitchen, a wet iron pan, that is tawa, often gets rusted. If you leave that at the state of some time, when it is exposed to moisture or air, it get rust. And it is different from iron on which it gets deposited. And let us consider few more changes where new substances are formed by looking into few more activities. Coming to activity 6.6. So this experiment has to be demonstrated by teacher children. I don't want anybody to perform this activity at home. Okay, so no need to perform, just understand. Okay, so we need to get a small piece of thin strip or ribbon of magnesium. So magnesium metal is being obtained in the form of strip, in the form of ribbon. Okay, what we do is we need to clean its tip with the sandpaper. So first we need to clean the magnesium ribbon with the sandpaper because we don't want any sort of substance that should be present on the magnesium ribbon. So we clean it in a sandpaper, and it burns with a brilliant white light when it is completely burnt it and leaves behind a powdery ash. Okay, and does the ash look like the magnesium ribbon? No, it just look like a powder, right? And the change can be represented by the following equation. You can see the equation I have given in the first equation, that is magnesium. Chemical name is Mg. Chemical name, that is magnesium. So Mg, it is a representing the term magnesium. Okay. Next, when it is reacting in the presence of oxygen, that is O2, it gives rise to magnesium oxide. So after burning this magnesium ribbon, what we get? We get a new substance, that is powder of magnesium. That is magnesium oxide we are getting. We need to collect the ash and we need to mix it with a small amount of water. And we need to stir the mixture well. So we get an aqueous solution. and we need to test the mixture with a litmus paper. Now you need to recall the function of litmus paper. We need to check it with blue as well as red litmus paper. Okay, so on basis of this test, so we need to classify the aqueous solution as acidic or basic. So on dissolving the ash in the water, it forms a new substance, isn't it? So this change can be written in the form of the following equation, that is magnesium oxide. We are taking magnesium oxide and we are dissolving this in a small amount of water, that is H2O. So what is magnesium oxide? That is MgO, reacting with H2O gives rise to magnesium hydroxide. Okay, that is MgOH2. So now we have already learned that magnesium hydroxide is a base. Okay, and magnesium oxide is a new substance that is formed on the burning of magnesium. Now magnesium hydroxide is another new substance formed by mixing magnesium oxide with water. You can see that new product has been formed, isn't it? Now tell me children, whether this magnesium hydroxide is acidic or basic. Obviously it is basic in nature, isn't it? So all hydroxides are bases in nature because it turns red litmus paper into blue. Next activity is activity 6.7. Even this experiment is also be demonstrated by teacher itself. I don't want anybody to perform this activity at home. I'm stressing on this because it is dangerous when you perform it alone. Okay, only simple experiment. I myself recommend you people to do it in home, but not all experiment has to be did by you people because it has to be taken care in the presence of teacher or a parents. Okay, so this experiment or activity 6.7 will look into what exactly this gives a practical method. Okay, so first we need to dissolve about a teaspoon full of copper sulfate, that is blue vitriol or Nila tota. Okay, so in about half a cup of water in a glass tumbler or a beaker. Okay, now we need to add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to the solution. So we should get a blue colored solution when we add this. Next, we need to save a small sample of the solution in test tube or a small glass bottle. Now what we need to do is we need to drop a nail, that is a metal. Okay, we need to drop a nail or a shaving blade into the remaining solution. Now we need to wait for half an hour. Okay, so after leaving it for half an hour, what we observe the color of the solution and we need to compare it with the color of the sample solution that we have saved separately. Okay, now did we see any changes in the color of the solution by taking out the nail or the blade? Has it changed in any way? So the changes that you notice are due to a reaction between copper sulfate and iron. Okay, so here both are metals, but we are taken copper sulfate in aqueous form, iron in a normal state. Okay, so the change of color of the solution from blue to green is due to the formation of iron sulfate that is formed as a new substance. Okay, and the brown deposit on the iron nail is a copper and that is also another new substance. And we can write the reaction as like this: copper sulfate solution that is blue in color is reacting with iron. It gives rise to iron sulfate solution that is green in color, along with the copper that is brown deposit. You can see in the picture, you can see the shape of blade that has been deposited, that is blue brown color, right? So this is about the activity 6.7. Okay. Next is activity 6.8. So here, so what we need to do is we need to take about teaspoonful of vinegar. So vinegar is acidic in nature, right? So vinegar in a test tube and we need to add a pinch of baking soda, that is base, to a vinegar which is there in the test tube. And after adding baking soda, we will hear a hissing sound. Izz ಅಂತ sound ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, and we see the bubbles of gas which is coming out, and we need to pass this gas through freshly prepared lime water as shown in the figure. Okay, ಆ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು what do you say, we need to pass through with the lime water. Okay, we need to pass through a lime water like how it is shown in the picture. The change in the test tube is shown like this. That is vinegar. We call, what is the acid present in vinegar? That is acetic acid. Acetic acid is none other than vinegar. It's nothing but vinegar. And it is reacting with baking soda, that is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, so what is a product formed? It forms carbon dioxide, that is gas has been evolved, and other substances has been formed. And we need to take this carbon dioxide and combine with lime water, that is CaOH2. What is the product formed? It forms calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3, along with water, that is H2O. Okay. So what is the reaction happening here is, when carbon dioxide is passed through lime water, calcium carbonate is formed, which makes lime water very milky. Okay, it makes lime water milky. The turning of lime water into milky is a standard test for carbon dioxide. Okay, so where we'll use this in chapter 10. Okay, it shows that air we breathe out is rich in the form of carbon dioxide. So like this, we saw activity 6.6 and 6.8. We saw that in each change, one or more new substances were formed. In activity 6.6, the hash was a new substance that is formed when magnesium was burnt in air, right? So in activity 6.7, the reaction of copper sulfate with iron produced iron sulfate and copper. So both of these are new substance. Okay, copper was deposited on the shaving blade of iron. In activity 6.8, we saw that vinegar and baking soda together produced carbon dioxide, which turned the lime water milky. Okay, so can you people name the new substance that is formed in this reaction? Yes, it is a chemical reaction, isn't it? Because new substance has been formed. So in addition to new products, the following may accompany a chemical change. So you may experience these kind of changes or new products, that is heat or light or any other radiations like ultraviolet, for example, okay, may be given off or absorbed. And sound may be produced. As I said, is sound is being produced when there is a addition of base to vinegar, right? So we saw easing sound. So that is also being produced. That is a new substance, right? And next is a change in smell may takes place or new smell may be given off. So there is a changes in smell as well. And a color change may takes place. Even there is a changes in color. Okay. And also gas may be formed. We saw in activity 6.8. Carbon dioxide gas has been evolved. So that is also new substance, right? So these are all the changes that we see when there is a chemical reactions. So children, I hope everyone had followed today's concept about chemical change. I know it is very bit complicated compared to the physical change. Okay, go through the experiments properly. Watch the video 2 to 3 times. Okay, and solve the worksheet. Definitely you'll understand. We shall once again discuss this topic in the live session. Okay, see you all. Have a good day.